Hi guys, today I'll be making a matcha mochi lava bread. If you really like matcha, you should try this out. First, we need to make the matcha filling by adding in the heavy whipping cream with the matcha powder. Mix that thoroughly until you get a paste consistency. Then you melt the white chocolate with the heavy whipping cream using a double boiler. Once the white chocolate is fully melted, add in the matcha paste, mix thoroughly. Pour the matcha filling into a piping bag and pipe that into the mold. The matcha filling will need to be freezed for 4 hours or overnight before using. Now we can start making the dough by adding in all the listed ingredients. You will need to make the dough starter the night before. Start at a low mixing speed until all the ingredient is blended in and gradually increase the speed. Once we get this rough gluten structure, we can add in the butter and salt. Mix the dough again until we get a smooth gluten structure like this. Shape the dough into a ball and let it ferment for an hour. While waiting for the dough to ferment, you can start making the mochi. Sift all of the dry ingredients into the bowl, add in sugar and milk, save the butter for later. Mix the batter until there's no lump left, and sift the batter again to remove any extra lump. Put the batter into the steamer and steam for 15 minutes. Moving on to the matcha crumbs, sift all of the dry ingredients, add in the butter, and hand mix that together until you get this crumb texture. Refrigerate the matcha crumbs and remove the mochi dough from the steamer. Mix in 10 grams of butter, and we can just keep pulling and stretching the dough out until it becomes a stringy texture. Moving on to the topping sauce, add cake flour, butter, egg, powdered sugar into the bowl and mix everything thoroughly. Pour the batter into a piping bag, putting it aside for a future step. Divide the fermented dough into 6 servings. You can use a scale to weigh out each serving, making sure they all weigh the same. Knead the dough several times to get a smooth surface and use your palm going in a circular motion, making the dough nice and round. After shaping all the dough, we need to let it chill for 15 minutes. While waiting for the dough, we can divide the mochi into 6 portions. Now we can start assembling everything together. First, press down onto the dough and remove some of the air pocket. And roll it out with the rolling pin, making sure it's nice and flat. Add 1 portion of the mochi onto the dough. And put 3 pieces of the matcha fillings. Pinch the dough together and start wrapping the filling into the dough, making sure there is no opening. Reshape the dough into a ball using your palm. Rest the dough for 30 minutes. After resting, take out the matcha crumbs and brush a little bit of water on top of the dough so it's easier for the matcha crumb to stick on. Dip the dough into the matcha crumbs until you get a nice layer of crumb on top of the dough. Preheat your oven to 340 degrees and take out your topping sauce and start piping the sauce onto the dough. Bake it for 20 minutes. Time to check out the final products. So the top is actually really crunchy, and look at that filling. This is super satisfying. If you like a rich matcha flavor bread, you need to try this out.